Guys, it's your girl Angel Sky coming at you for Motivational Monday. So today we are going to talk about mom life, right? My top 10 tips that I can give you, the best advice from a mother of 5 that I have lived, I have learned, and I'm going to share with you today. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. Always remember, please please subscribe, because about 50% of the people who watch my video are not subscribed. So please go ahead and subscribe. You would make my day, make my year. I am a mother of 5. Show me some love. Help me, people. Help me. So here we go. Hashtag mom life. Motivational Mondays. Top 10 tips. Best parenting advice I can give you. I am not a professional. I am just a mother of 5. This is live, learn. I have 7 brothers and sisters, 5 brothers, 2 sisters, and then there's moi. So this is what I've learned along the way and what I've been taught along the way. So hopefully it comes in handy for you. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay. So my number one tip is do not treat your kids the same. I know there's like some back and forth things about, treating them the same, but at the end of the day, your kids are not the same. We are not all the same. We react different. We treat people different. We love different. We are all different people. So therefore, you should treat your kids differently. For example, I have my son Anthony, right? And then I have my daughter Alana. So with Anthony, I could scream to the top of my lungs at him. I could be like, Anthony, I told you no, blah, 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 blah. Scream. He's like, okay, mom, fine. Whatever. Okay. Alana, I scream at her, and guess what she does? She crawls into a little ball and loses it. Because even if I raise my voice a little bit to her, she just can't handle it. She's a very sensitive person, and Anthony is not. Therefore, I can't treat them the same. I can't, scream at her and yell at her. I have to treat her a different way because she's so sensitive. Not meaning that I'm going to be nice to her and mean to him. I'm just saying they need to be treated differently because they are 2 different types of children. They do not love the same way. They don't even learn the same way. So you have to tailor your parenting towards your kids, right? And they're all different. So your parenting techniques need to be different with the different types of kids you have. Number 1. Number 2. This kind of leads up to this. Do not put too much focus on one kid. This is something I literally just learned, you guys. Like, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I just learned this like a week ago from my own mother, okay? So, pretty much what I was doing is my son, Anthony, as most of you know, he is autistic. So I worry about him all the time, all day, every day. I'm worried about Anthony. I'm worried about his day. I'm worried about school. I'm worried about how people are treating him, how the teachers are treating him. I'm just always so worried about Anthony, to the point where my life sometimes revolves around it. How is that fair? How should I put so much into one kid and so much energy and effort and focus when I have 5? I know that he's autistic, and I know it's easy to get wrapped up in worrying about him, but you gotta pray and you gotta let God deal with certain things, because your focus needs to be on all of your children, not just one. And that is so much easier said than done, because certain kids demand your attention. You know, certain kids, they just, whether they're troubled or they're going through something, they demand your attention. And in return, they get it. Because you're so focused on what's happening and what's going on over here, you're not even worried about your other kids. And it's so, I know it sounds horrible in saying, but in everyday life, it's just so easy to get wrapped up in these things. So don't focus on one kid too much. You have to be able to spread yourself. Pray, give them to God, let God deal with some of that. And you do what you got to do every day, but don't focus too much on one kid, no matter what they're going through, because then the other kids are going to be like, oh, okay, well, if I'm going through something, mom will shift her focus on me. And then they'll all want to go through something because they all want your attention. So don't do that. Not a good idea. I learned that literally a week ago, and I literally been a mom since I've been 17, and I just learned that. And it was something I didn't even realize I was doing until my mother brought it to my attention. Thank you, Mom. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, this is something, this is such a good tip. I've been waiting to tell this tip to like the world because it's the best tip. This should be number 10. I don't know why it's number 3. It should be number 10. Ready? Reprimand your kids like somebody's watching you. So think about this. Reprimand your kids like somebody is physically in the room with you. Picture, I don't know, your mother, your mother-in-law. Picture a friend or a family member or Jesus. Just picture somebody in the room before you reprimand your child. Now, in moving forward, how would you react if somebody else was there? Would you react different? Would you watch what you say? Would you watch what you would do? Do you know what I mean? So it's like always act like, before you reprimand your kid, act like somebody's watching. Act like your mother-in-law is there. Act like your cousin's there, or your brother's there, or somebody is there watching you. Would you do that same thing if somebody was in the room? I think like that's the best advice, because that's when you know you're going too far. If you wouldn't have done that if somebody was in the room, you went too far. It's as simple as that. That's something I learned along the way. I don't know how I learned that, but I kind of just thought of it one time and it just resonated with me. You know how certain things at certain times just resonate with you? That was one of the things that resonated with me super hard. So that's my best tip. I love that tip. It helps so much because I feel like you change when somebody's in the room. You won't do certain things. You won't say certain things, and it'll help you. And even if you need to go cool down, take a step back. Not only let you cool down, but let them cool down, then come back and talk about what happened. Talk about it so your kids understand what they did wrong. You know what? You really made me mad. You did this and I told you to do this, but you did this instead. You made me upset. What can we do so it doesn't happen moving forward? Talk to your kids. They're people. They understand. They get it. That's number 3. Number 4, set a special time for each kid. I know a lot of moms do this, and I think it's such a great tip. And I myself have just started this recently, like in the past year, because I was noticing how much my kids were lashing out and acting up. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, stop acting like that. And everybody was like, they probably just need your attention. If they're acting out so much, they probably just need more of your attention. So 2 of my kids go to school, 3 of them stay home. 1 is homeschooled. During the school day, Ariana and Elijah get equal parts of my attention. Then, when the other kids get home, they get equal parts to my attention. Do you know what I mean? You just have to spread yourself evenly so nobody feels like they're the special one or they're more important, because none of your kids are more important than the other. They are all special in their own way to you. So let them know that. Spend quality time. I'm not talking about going to spend money. It's not about money. Kids and love has nothing to do with money. It's about your time and about your attention and about teaching them what not to do. And they will listen to you more if they can appreciate you more, right? So that's really important. Try to do that. Make it even so all the kids feel like they're getting attention, so they don't have to lash out and you don't have to deal with that craziness. So number 5, overparenting. We all know the helicopter parents, the one that are just hovering over their kids. Oh, don't eat that. Oh, don't eat that. Oh, don't eat this. Let me tell you something. Okay? If you look it up, no matter where you look it up, there is something called safe germs. Okay? These are regular schmegular germs that your kids find all over whatever they are touching or putting in their mouth, and they need to be exposed to these germs. They need them in order to properly rid them out of their body. So I know it sounds crazy, and I know your kids are like going to eat a French fry off of the McDonald's floor or Walmart or wherever you are. It is so disgusting, but there are safe germs that they need to ingest for their body to then process them out. So it is a good thing. I know it sounds weird, but it is a good thing for your kids to be exposed to certain things so their body can be exposed to them. So that way when they grow up, their immune system is strengthened. Instead of you being a helicopter parent and worrying about everything they put in their mouth, you are going to then weaken their immune system. So think about that. Let them do their own thing. You're not always going to be around, so let them figure it out. I'm not talking about for everything. Again, life is a balance, so balance it. Let them figure certain things out for themselves so they can prepare themselves. So that was 5, overparenting, helicopter parents. And number 6 is really important. And this is just not to your kids. This is like for everything. Keep your word. Keep your word so that their kids know that they can trust you. If you say something, they know you mean it. Whether that is a threat, whether that is a play date, whether that is telling them you're going somewhere. If you're not sure, if you have a crazy life, don't tell them. Don't tell them about it until you're physically getting in the car, ready to go there. Because if you're like, oh my gosh, guess what? Next week, I'm going to take you to Disney. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I'm going to take you here. And then you don't do it. You are going to crush their soul and they're not going to trust you anymore. So try to keep your word. Let them know that they can trust you, whether it be you telling them you're going to take away a toy or take away the phone or iPad, whatever they have. They know you mean it. When you say something, you mean it. Your kids need to be able to know that for the good and for the bad. Keep your word. Number 7, don't over-sacrifice for your kids because they are kids. They do not understand all the sacrifices that a mom makes. They are not a mom. They have no idea what we do. So stop over-sacrificing yourself because the only person you are hurting is you. That's it. You're not hurting anyone else but yourself. Take time for yourself. Make yourself happy so you can be truly happy. It's not just about the kids. The kids are going to figure it out no matter what. They're going to figure out their own way. Your job is to guide them, not to live for them. Guide them and help them, but don't live for them. Understand you are a human being as well, and you deserve to be happy just as much as the other person deserves to be happy. And they need to know your self-worth, because if you don't know your own self-worth, your kids will never understand your own self-worth. So teach them that. Teach them, I am a person. I deserve this. I deserve to be happy. I work hard and I deserve to do this for myself. Teach them that. That's a good lesson. And then you're happy. Then they're happy. Then everyone's happy. Happy mommy, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. That's why they say that. So number 7, don't over-sacrifice. Number 8, let your kids find their own passion and facilitate. So If you have a daughter and you're like, oh man, I always wanted to be a cheerleader and she's so beautiful and she just looks like a cheerleader. Let me have her, do cheerleading. She can try it out. Leave it alone. You got your time to grow up and do what you like to do. I understand about showing them options because they don't always know their options, and that's fine. Let them choose. They know what they like to do and what they don't like to do. Let them choose so they understand choice, so they can know their passion and they can go for it, and you help facilitate that. But if you're just going to hold them back from their passion so that they can do what you want to do, they will never find happiness and they will never understand happiness because they never really truly did what they love to do. I understand as parents, we always have expectations and we always want our kids to turn out a certain way. But girl, get it out of your head. It's not going to happen like that. Life is life. Your life didn't happen like that. Neither is theirs. So let them be happy. Let them do what they love to do and facilitate that as a parent. Encourage them to do what they love to do. Encourage them to be happy and do what they love to do. It's your job. So that was number 8. Number 9 is your kids' actions and reactions are telling you everything you need to know about them. So listen, this is like, a lot of parents are like, why is she doing this? Why is he doing this? Why is he acting like this? Why is he overreacting like this? We always have questions as parents as to why our kids are doing or not doing something. Maybe you are lacking in a certain department and you just need to pick it up. And that's okay. We all lack sometimes. Don't think of yourself as a bad parent because we all learn as we go, right? There's no book in telling us what to do and what not to do. Even these tips, they might not even be helpful for you because everybody has a different situation and a different dynamic. These are what helped me do what I have to do as a mother. So hopefully they will help you. And if it doesn't, that's okay. You find your own way. You find your own tips because this is what motherhood is about. It's all different. Our kids are all different. We're all different. But at the end of the day, you need to listen to how your kids are acting because that will in turn tell you what you need to do as a mom. Maybe if they're, acting a fool or doing this or doing that, maybe they just need some more attention. Maybe you just need to give them some more special time and make them feel special so they understand how to get your attention in a healthy way. Maybe if they're not sharing or they're trying to take away some of what other kids are getting or whatever, maybe you're not letting them choose as much. Give them a chance to choose and make their own decisions on maybe what they want instead of just buying them anything you might think that they want or think that they like. Let them realize, wow, this was a waste of money. I don't like this. Next time, I'm not going to get this. That's something that they need to figure out on their own and make them work for it. Don't just give them everything because they're your kid and you grew up poor and you don't want your kids to be raised like that, because there's nothing wrong for earning your own money, no matter how young you are, because it gives you a sense of what you really work for and how hard you have to work for it. You had to work hard to get that money. Why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they help you in order to earn certain things? That's what my kids have to do. If you want something, you need to earn it, just like me and your dad earned our money our way, and we got this by working hard. You have to too. How bad do you want it? Is it an expensive toy? How hard are you going to have to work to get it? And is it worth it? These are all things that they need to figure out along the way so they can understand hard work and the joy that can come from hard work. So all your kids' actions are telling you what they need. You just need to listen, maybe do a little research and see what they need, because their actions are telling you what they need. You just have to be there to listen and pay attention. So that's number 9. Number 10 is always use positive reinforcement. You can catch more flies with honey than vinegar, the age-old saying. So positive reinforcement is good for anything, for any relationship, not just with your kids. Like, don't pick apart their negative or what they do wrong. Focus on the positive, or even turn it into a positive. Like with my son, my oldest son, he's 8 years old. He gets very frustrated. He's autistic, as I said. He gets very frustrated and he just lashes out, right? Sometimes he'll hit his brothers and sisters. And I just wasn't sure how to go about, handling that. So what I did was I turned it around. I made it a positive thing. I said, hey, Anthony, Daddy's at work, which makes you the man of the house. So since you're the man of the house, can you help me? Can you help me with your brothers and sisters? And it completely changed his frame of mind, because instead of him being a kid that can just do whatever he wants, he now thinks that he's the man and I need him. So he stepped up and is doing what he has to do just by simple things. Instead of telling him, oh my gosh, you're a bully. Why are you hitting your brothers and sisters? What's wrong with you? Instead of focusing on the negative, turn around and try to make it into a positive. How can I make a positive spin on this? Because you don't constantly want to be picking apart your child and telling them their flaws. Don't do that. Tell them how they can make it better. Show them how they can make it better, or have a healthier way to go about expressing their feelings, because they don't understand that at such a young age. So the only way that they can understand is by you telling them. So I don't want to make this a super long video. That was just my top 10 tips. These are some of the things that I came along the way that have really, really helped me. And I know it's so hard sometimes, and we get so frustrated, and it's not even easy to remember these things when you're in the heat of the moment. And just like anything else, it's a big change. So you have to do it by little steps. Just try to be as positive as you can. Don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. If your kids are acting out, try to give them a little bit extra love and attention. Like, who doesn't need that, right? So make sure that they feel special and they have their own special times. That's pretty much it for Motivational Monday. I love you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I will not let you down. I'm here all the time. I upload at least 4 to 5 times a week. So your girl Angel got you. I will see you on my next one. Bye, guys. Peace. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.